hook on the floor. The leg irons are attached to the hook. Then they put your hands between your ankles at the floor and chain you to the hook on the floor as well. They keep you there for like an hour, sometimes 2 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. You can't go to the toilet. You have to urinate to defecate where you are.
Do you drink water?
Yeah.
Are you a member of Al Qaeda?
No.
Have you met Osama bin Laden?
No.
Did you fight with the Taliban?
No.
The Road to Guantanamo tells the true story of 3 young Muslim Brits, later known as the Tipton Three. During a trip to Pakistan in late 2001, they took a detour into Afghanistan to assist with an aid mission and witness the American-led assault firsthand. They couldn't have known that they would be swept up in America's indiscriminate war on terror dragnet, and later deposited in the legal and moral netherworld we know as Guantanamo Bay, where they were held without charge for 2 long years. I'll admit, I didn't get into this movie at first. That's because Road to Guantanamo is a curious hybrid of documentary and drama, using archival footage and interviews with the real Tipton Three mixed with documentary-style reenactments using mostly non-actors. There's nothing inherently wrong with this approach. I just prefer that my docs be docs and my dramas be dramas. But this style really pays off once the men are taken from Afghanistan to Guantanamo, because then we get to see recreations of how prisoners are actually treated there from the prisoner's perspective, something that no true documentary can achieve, regardless of what the Bush administration would have you believe from the sanitized dog and pony shows performed for visiting reporters and politicians. It's this part of the movie that really illustrates the cruelty, illegality, and insanity that is Guantanamo Bay and the war on terror, where innocent men are endlessly accused of being al-Qaeda fighters and buddies with Osama bin Laden and the 9/11 hijackers, where men are kept in outdoor pens for months, forbidden to talk, stand, pray, or even make eye contact with guards. And then there's the torture. Regardless of what the Dick Cheneys and John Hughes of the world would say, being tied up for days with a bag over your head is torture. Being blindfolded and forced to kneel under the hot sun for hours is torture. Being chained to the floor in painful stress positions while death metal is blasted in your ears is torture. It's not the same as pulling out someone's fingernails, but destroying someone's mind is, without a doubt, a form of torture. If you think treatment like what you see in The Road to Guantanamo is just enhanced interrogation, I'd ask you this. What would you call it if you, a family member, or a captured American soldier was treated like this? And if you say that the Guantanamo prisoners deserve to be tortured because they're all dangerous terrorists, how come over 400 detainees, including the Tipton Three, have been released from Guantanamo without charge? How come in 7 years only 2 detainees have ever been convicted of a crime, even with Bush's kangaroo military tribunals? Face it, the discussion about closing Guantanamo is over. Obama knows it. That's why he's promised to shut this monstrosity down. When that happens, hopefully all that will be left of it will be bad memories in movies like The Road to Guantanamo, reminders that we can't let fear turn us into a nation of criminals. This is Jonathan Kim for Brave New Films.